Hey friends.
Sorry.
No, it's alright, bro. Hey friends, how's it going? So I've got Zak Abel with me here today. Awesome musician, and I can't wait to share some of his stuff with you. I'll share some links and things like that in the video. Also a vegan, my man. Brilliant. What are you working on at the minute, man?
I'm working on album 2.
Cool.
And also about to start rehearsals for my UK tour, which is from the 16th of March to the 22nd of March.
Cool. So if you had to, and I know people don't like to, but if you had to put yourself in like a box,
right, how
would you describe your style of music?
I'd say soul pop.
Okay.
Yeah. The album I just put out had a lot of Afro-Caribbean influenced production in it. I'm really influenced by high life music, which is kind of I suppose it was like jazz funk stuff from like West Africa.
Okay.
Like late 60s, 70s, and I wanted to try and include some of that in the album.
Like it.
Yeah. Okay.
So when you're going to sit down and write a song and kind of go into it, what's going through your head? What kind of message do you like to get across? I suppose every song's different, but like, what's your general vibe?
I like to think that every bit of music I've put out has been in line with my values.
Okay.
That's really, really important to me. I want to spread positivity if I can, and I can, so I should.
You definitely can. It's definitely upbeat music.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that the point of music is to feel like you're connected to other people and feel slightly less alone. So yeah, I think that's definitely a goal.
I definitely think that message comes across in your music. Like I say, it's definitely upbeat. I like that vibe. I like that kind of. It's a specific type of music, isn't it? You know when you're in that mode where you want that little pick me up, and it's a really good music for that.
Definitely the album.
Yeah.
Because it was produced in that kind of way. There's more upbeat stuff on the album.
And what's been your favourite project so far? Because I know you've done something with Wretch. How was that?
Yeah, that was cool. That was done quite remotely actually. Because
as it often is now, yeah.
Yeah. He actually asked me to sing a hook, which was the chorus of Rock Bottom, and it was supposed to be for his project. And then 2 years later or something, when it didn't actually go on his album, I was like, actually, this is a pretty cool idea. Let's see if we can revisit it. And then I kind of wrote some verses around it, and then he changed his bit, and then it kind of made sense.
Nice. Okay, and how was that perceived?
How's it perceived by other people?
Just your fans. How did they like it?
Good, I think. I get messages from people saying that they really resonated with the theme of it, and that they'd hit rock bottom at times in their life, and it was kind of a relief to hear something like that, which makes it kind of like worthwhile.
100%, man. That's cool. You get a lot of people reaching out to you.
Yeah. But I like that as well, because you write the songs in the studio, and obviously like getting to perform live is an incredible thing, but also just people listening to the studio versions, it's great that you can kind of see their reaction, so otherwise you don't really know. Yeah, like live is probably one of my favourite aspects of it, because you can literally see in front of you like
instant feedback.
Yeah. Like, if it's good, then people will clap or sing, and if it's bad, then you'll know. Like,
yeah, exactly. I mean,
to be like, what's this?
Where's been the favourite place that you've kind of performed?
I did Secret Garden Party 2 years ago, and man, that was one of my favourite gigs I've done so far.
Yeah.
My favourite festival gig, anyway. I got there, and there was maybe like 50 people like in the crowd when I arrived at the stage, and my set was I think it was like 11 at night or midnight, and I was like, man, no one's gonna be here because everyone's gonna be at the dance stages.
Okay.
And I was like thinking that no one was gonna turn up, and when I stepped on stage, there was about maybe 800 people or something, and I caught like a couple of people's eye that I'd gone to school with and stuff, and it was like a super really warm feel that night. And I had my first stage invasion. Cool. I say it's an invasion. There was like 2 girls, and they just
awesome,
they weren't like Vine Leaf clothing and stuff, like
Straight on.
and they're just dancing and stuff. That was pretty cool.
That's sweet. Oh man, I bet you get such a buzz in
You
that
do,
kind
yeah.
of environment.
You do.
Like you said, that instant feedback. So you say you want to spread positivity through your music, which is brilliant. I love anyone who's got a message like that. Some people, don't put as much thought into it as that, which is surprising. So how did you get onto a kind of plant-based lifestyle and the vegan living? Is that all part of the same message, or?
Well, yeah, I just think that, there's certain things in your life that you can control and certain things you can't, and what you put in your mouth definitely is something that you can control. I'm really lucky to have some amazing friends in my life who, and we discuss things that are important to us on a regular basis. And my mate Tim was the first of my mates to go vegan, and he kind of shared anything that he'd found out about, whether it was like Cowspiracy or What the Health or documentaries like that on Netflix, and kind of got me and my other friends to watch it. And it just gets to a point where you know too much about it, and you know the effects it has on either your body or animals or
the
the
ignorance
environment.
isn't an option anymore.
Yeah, you can't ignore it anymore. And for me, the biggest factor was just ethics. That's a cheeky plug there. Accidental.
Little plug.
But yeah, I don't agree with the animal farming industry, and I think that obviously you can protest and raise awareness, but the thing which is going to really actually make change is your consumer choices, and so that's really important to me to.
And also for someone like you, someone who's so creative, I've got a friend called Bob, Vegan Geezer, who absolutely love, fantastic guy, spreads that positive vibe everywhere he goes. He does a lot of talks and he does spoken word.
Yeah.
And one of the things he always says in his talks is, some people are great at that, some people are great at getting out into the street, doing the activism side of it, talking to people, they're fantastic at it.
Yeah.
Some people, like my man Hench Herbivore and Veggie Vince, they're wicked because they go to the gym, they pump iron, and they just look amazing. And people go, they're vegan, and they look like that, and that's brilliant as well.
That affects people as well.
Tim's got his thing with his free running and stuff like that. People go, that's amazing. But each version of activism isn't for everyone.
Yeah.
So you've got music and spreading that positive vibe and just reaching as many people as you can and telling them about it, telling them how good you feel. Yeah. That's fantastic. So, you're doing it the best way you can, using your platform for good, which is a fantastic way to do it. Have you got any kind of real inspirations?
Musical or
just in general?
Generally.
Yeah.
Yeah, my table tennis coach. So I used to play table tennis for England before I was doing music, and he has just really helped me in my life. I grew up kind of without a father figure, if you like. I kind of knew my dad, but only saw him maybe once or twice a year, and then he passed away when I was 12. And so Ellie, who's my table tennis coach, kind of acted as that kind of male role model, and he's a big part of my life now, and just kind of he really positively affects the lives of young people through table tennis, giving them some sort of discipline, some sort of way to improve themselves, and a way that they can see progress. You see the ranking list and you get better and better, and I think that's something that's so valuable.
Bro, and how powerful is that?
Yeah, really powerful. Every day he impacts the lives of
you
people
don't have to be
way.
You don't have to be someone who's you don't have to be a politician, you don't have to be an artist, you don't have to be a table tennis coach who's a good person, who's got a good soul, can affect your life in such a positive
100%.
way.
Sorry, go on.
No, I just think what a beautiful message to give to people.
Yeah, man.
Whatever you choose to do, as long as you do it in the right way, you can positively affect someone.
Yeah, he loves his job, and everyone who he coaches loves working with him, and I think that there's a lot of power in that.
Clearly.
Yeah.
If it's affected you in this way.
Yeah, I would not have been able to make my album without Ellie's influence. No chance.
That's beautiful. You can feel that vibe from someone. How deep you went when you spoke about him. Then that's beautiful, man. What's going on in the world at the moment? Obviously, we've spoken about animal agriculture and things like that, and the effect people can have purely by their own personal choices. But is there anything else going on in the world at the minute that you'd really like to get a message out on?
Well, not necessarily like to get a message, but definitely something I'm interested in is mental health.
Okay.
And just the fact that I feel like society is becoming more and more distracted. Our attention span is getting shorter, and I think social media is fucking with everyone's self-esteem a little bit as well. You know what I mean? Like, I spend a lot of time on social media, but I'm also quite wary, like, not to spend too much time on it. But like, a lot of people spend so much time kind of just comparing themselves to other people. Yeah.
For me, there's a few different kind of facets there of social media. So we wouldn't be together right now if it wasn't for social media. Like, it's fantastic. People basically recommended that I speak to you, said what a great guy you are, and you know, your inspirational character, which is exactly who I like to interview, as you guys know. But it's a great platform to put yourself out on and to reach a lot of people. But that means you can reach people with good, but you can also reach people on a very shallow level. So you can constantly be just going, look how great my life is. Don't you wish your life could be like this? With no personality and no back into that, you know, you never tell people when the rough days are. So people grow up in this bubble of looking at all these people on social media. Some people it gives motivation to. Some people say, well, I want to do that, so I'm going to have to work really hard. I want to get to where they're
doing it. It's possible, so I can do it.
But if you never know the down days they have, then you've got an unrealistic expectation of life and what you're going to get out of it, right?
But I also think that a lot of the time, social media is like an advertising page, if you like, for people. You know, on the one hand, for example, with me, I'm showing people what's happening in my life, but at the same time, you know, saying I have a tour, for example, coming up, blah, 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 blah. And I think especially for a lot of like people who are like advertising clothes, for example, they have big followings. A lot of people don't know that, you know, a post that they've liked because someone is, you know, they think they look cool. It's actually like them advertising clothes, and we're constantly being bombarded with like information and like distraction. And I think that does affect you. It affects your mind, and I think it affects it in a negative way. Because I think those are the things which actually get rewarded. They get lots of likes, which means you see them on your you see it on your homepage.
Play with the algorithms.
And you may not see posts with ideas which are more beneficial to your mental health, because perhaps the people who are doing those posts aren't aware of like algorithms, and they're not aware of the fact that, you know, maybe if they wore cooler clothes, more people would like their stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like sometimes the good ideas aren't commercially rewarding, if that makes sense, or Instagram rewarding.
And then you get the opposite end of that, which is like, then you just get into people who are just motivational speakers, and that's the job, and that's all they do, and they only put out that. But it isn't rewarding always for someone online to put out their down days.
No, it's not.
And so it again gives you that unrealistic expectation of what life is. I laughed the other day, I try not to speak about brands on here really, but I laughed the other day, I was talking to my friends, and we were basically going out, and we were gonna go to a bar. It was like an after party, and we were joking, we were saying like, oh, you know, let's get to the bar, and then someone started talking about Hennessy, the drink, and I started laughing because I said, when I was young and I was growing up, I never really knew anything about advertising. I never knew how many people were paid to advertise things on the page, just anything like that. I never knew. And personally, I'd get involved with advertising, but only when I feel like it's an ethically responsible company.
A company you agree with.
But I think how many times I heard rap songs when I was young, and they talked about Hennessy in the rap song, and I never ever made a connection that it could have been bought. And now I think, God, how many rappers were getting paid by Hennessy? So many must have been.
It makes sense though, you know.
You think about someone like Pitbull. Pitbull's songs are one big advert. You talk about the brands that he mentioned. You know, Kodak constantly talks about his own vodka brand. You know, Volley Vodka, things like that. And you think, gosh, how are people getting bombarded with this advertising? And it's pretty intense.
It's all about attention at the end of the day. If a company knows that you have a lot of eyes on you, then and they have two options. One is like a billboard where they can advertise their thing, which maybe 500 people will see, or there's like a music artist. Thank you so much for this, man.
No,
a music artist who maybe there's like 1,000 eyes on them. They may think that that's a more effective way of
more value for money.
Yeah.
People at the end of the day tie themselves to your morals.
Yeah.
So people will be listening to your music, they'll be listening to the lyrics, and they will tie themselves to your morals. They'll know what kind of person you are.
Yeah.
From that, and that's.
I was gonna
you can go straight in. So we'll quickly talk about this. So this is a mushroom tagliatelle. It's like a carbonara version, but a vegan version. I use some smoked paprika in there. I've got a recipe for this online, but it's soy cream, mushrooms. I've added a little bit of tarragon, which I don't normally add into this, but today I just had that thought, and I was like, tarragon's definitely one that I want to go for today. I wanted that kind of licorice kind of vibe in there. Spinach, pepper, salt, garlic puree. It's hopefully you're gonna like it, bro. Dig in.
If it tastes anywhere near as good as it smells, I probably will.
And then just some garlic bread on the side, which is just literally garlic puree, a little bit of basil oil, basil infused olive oil. You taste that little bit of licoricey tarragon in there.
Yeah, that's tarragon.
Yeah, tarragon. Yeah. Okay. People don't really cook with tarragon that much. People don't really know how to use it or kind of where to apply it.
Do they use it in Thai food? I think I've had like a red curry or something, and there's a licorice tasting thing, which isn't licorice.
Yeah, it can be like aniseed or tarragon.
Okay, that's very good.
Thank you very much for coming on today.
Thanks for having me.
Really appreciate having you here.
Cool, man.
I think you'll agree with me. Such good vibes, so inspirational. I really like it, and I hope people can kind of listen to your music more and really get into it and kind of hear the vibes in the music, because there's definitely a strong message there. And
thanks, man.
We were talking before as well, someone who's very positive, to go towards a less consumerist mindset, which is a really strong vibe, and that's the kind of person that I feel we need to promote and get out there to the children that are growing up right now. They need to be listening to that kind of music and going in that walk of life. And I think unless we back someone and kind of get behind them, then just as we talked about that algorithms, we'll never really find that. The more people that push that way and support plant-based artists, such as my man Zak here, the better for everyone. Can you just tell everyone what your Instagram tag is?
It's at Zak Abel. Z-A-K-A-B-E-L.
When does your tour start?
Tour starts the 16th of March. I'm actually going to be in Birmingham.
Okay.
For one of the days on tour.
Sweet.
I don't know what it is off the top of my head.
Okay. Well,
I can find out.
You can let me know. I'll put that below the video, and I'll be there as well.
Cool, man. Sick.
So, thank you very much for watching, friends. Be nice to each other. Goodbye.
Cigarettes on cigarettes, my mama think I stink. I got burn holes in my hoodies, my homies think it's dank. I miss my cocoa butter kisses, cocoa butter kisses. Cigarettes on cigarettes, my mama think I stink. I got burn holes in my hoodies, my homies think it's dank. I miss my cocoa butter kisses. Think we all addicted.